Oh yes, absolutely. It is now indulged, Your Majesty. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for the invasion of Libelle. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Libelle became occupied territory save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Carval were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Libelle's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communication. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leisten Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With the supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind the plan for a counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septine Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all the he lost was the service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I'm sorry, Estelle, I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Libelle in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. No, now more than ever, Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, I mean Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. And thank you, I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius' absence, I know of no apologies that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father's return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it held firm, now trembles like a leaf in a breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Libelle, then what will become of the peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from that. After the Sky Bandits incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives, just like you and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you, huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Among them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Duran was out of the running. Yes, Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a large power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of two consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unaware. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that the Belle would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if the Belle becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Other weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jägerkorps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no! Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects his land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intention with it. Okay. Well, it was a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Werbung? Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah. I really want to stop this cool thingy and help her. They're definitely outside of present jurisdiction. Well, first thing first, we do whatever we can. Right, but you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about that. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh yeah! Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock, actually it's almost midnight. Well, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's up to make the gods suspicious. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please relax, we are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave? By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. Maybe ask them? My, that's certainly a sexy name. You don't look like a sharer, though. Hey, watch your mouth! Did I cut you off guard? See, I'm a very assertive, sexy young woman. How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Alright, we're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think it's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Well, aren't you, Miss Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but it doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. Eh? What's all the noise about? Oh, Duke Dunan. Ah, it's the lady of the court. Hey, you might. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. This is Sharon, that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we ran into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough of the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my nieces. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop you and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You have the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of you even longer. I'm honored. Yes. Sheriff, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace? I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations were flattering. Are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten? I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Alright, Shara, you just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before, I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want to tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate what the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Lily whispered something into Estelle's ears. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless, completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only asked that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you to do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. Understand? Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Soll ich in mein Zimmer gehen oder soll ich sie gleich retten? Was soll ich tun? Wait, what? Might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Ah. Captain Amathea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think a bit late for kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us, we've simply never been in a castle like this and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Küche. Estelle hatte noch Hunger. Oh, that's strange. I was making my run through there and never saw you. Well, come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it's a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? Well, you don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I take it as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua, you've been here the whole time? Sinn. Wow, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some luck that we made up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally getcha. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, your kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. But I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just go to bed. Very good then. Now if you excuse us. Aw, the night. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. But, Sin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's almost some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Oh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved you bacon at this, as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, Sin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you're also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Wait, what? How did you? Did Elman tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything, but now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Sim produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to his son Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay.